All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. This is Coach Will Zanders, and on behalf of Sonic Jones and everybody at the Green Organics family of companies, let's dive into Sunday night's training, okay? So we've been talking about looking at the business in terms of really compartmentalizing it from a franchise factor standpoint. On each call, the calls that I do, the calls that Coach Marcus does, Kim, Denise, Stu, Sonic, and others, you'll understand the meetings that Melissa does and Derek, you'll understand that we're talking about things as far as 30,000 foot overviews. There are categories like product. Some calls will be about product. You have the marketing plan, okay? You have new member orientations. You have resources, all right? You have skill sets and you have mindsets. So you should be able to take every call and every piece of a call and categorize it and say, it's a Detox Divas call. This call that I just got off of was 80% product and 20% mindset. I really like that. Oh, I was on Coach Marcus's call. His call was 90% new member orientation and 10% skill set. I really like that. I was on Coach Sonic's call. His call was 40% product, 60% mindset. That was amazing. I was on Will Zanders' call. His call was 80% resources, 10% mindset, 10% skill set. Okay, you need to start categorizing it from a franchise standpoint because you'll notice that all of the leadership is on the same page. Okay, you will notice that all of the leadership in this company is on the same page. I'm gonna say that again. As you move forward, you will notice that all of the leadership in this company is on the same page. It wasn't always like that. It was a very difficult process in a lot of different ways, but it is truly the only thing that will bring predictable results to your green organics businesses on the HBN side and the Go2Sonic side. I'll say it again. Getting all the leader, well, put it this way, the leadership that's relevant to what we're doing. Getting the leadership on the same page is the only way to bring the franchise factor element to your business in a way that will create a predictable, duplicatable result, regardless of your race, ethnicity, gender, or anything else, okay? We have to bring the franchise factor and personal development back to network marketing. That has been lost for the last 25 to 30 years of this industry. Over the last 25 to 30 years of this industry, all we've been doing is network marketers recruiting network marketers who are recruiting network marketers who are recruiting network marketers. That's all we've been doing. Not realizing that before all the heavy hitters got into network marketing, we were school teachers. We were bus drivers. We were cops. Some of us were unemployed. We were stay-at-home moms, stay-at-home dads. We were doctors. We were college students. Every heavy hitter in this industry was not a heavy hitter at first until they got recruited into the industry. But we have basically stopped recruiting and retailing product to quote unquote non-network marketers. Okay? And the problem with that, basically in any state in America, you live in what my friend Lynn Clements would call a land of 10,000 unrecruited heavy hitters. People aren't even trying to recruit the cashier anymore. People aren't even trying to recruit their barber no more. All we doing on Facebook as an industry is network marketers, recruiting network marketers, and jumping from company to company to company to company every time one leader says boo. And that's pitiful. It is why you don't have the real network marketing stories. It's why you got people capping all over the place, no income verification. You wonder why people like HBN and Green Organics and Go2Sonic have to have income verification in the back office because people are now so trifling, they're fabricating screenshots. They're posting numbers that people don't even know what the numbers mean, talking about I made this. Stop calling your sales number your commissions. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous, but that's what's happening in a lot of these companies. So that being said, we got to bring the skill set, the mindsets, the resources, the personal development growth, the systems back to network marketing so that everybody's on the same page. If you're not on the same page, listen, if you don't feel like you want to learn about systems, resources, mindsets, skill sets, products, a marketing plan, if you don't want to learn these things, this will probably be the last time you hear my voice. You're probably going to get so frustrated with us saying the same thing over and over and over again until everybody gets it. This will probably be the last time you hear my voice. You can take your team. You can always want to be the boss. You can let your ego run the show. You will never have the success that you have. Well, Will, I made $100,000. You should have made $1 million. But you're a one-man army. You're a one-woman army. You're doing it. You're trying to do it by yourself. You're trying to do it by yourself. How do I know? Because I've been there and done that. I've been there and done it. It's a waste of everybody's time. And no matter how much you think you've made, and no matter how many people you think you've impacted, because you lack harmony, your results are less than 10 times what they should be. Okay. And I can tell you that from personal experience. All right. Now we're going to talk about two mindsets tonight. And one mindset is going to be, and again, there are 20 network marketing mindsets. We're only talking about two tonight. Number one, it's going to be understanding the marketplace. This is typically the first mindset that we talk about. If you number your paper from 1 to 20, you have this paper every week. Okay. If you have the paper every week, you can fill them in as I talk about them. We'll have the full list of 20 mindsets for you in Dallas, Texas. But until then, you'll pick them up as we talk about them. So number one, understanding the marketplace. Ladies and gentlemen, you know that 70% of people are going to die broke. That's part of understanding our marketplace. Insurance company statistics tell us this. Will, why do you repeat this on every third call, every second call even? Because repetition is the mother of learning. And until I can ask you, what is a 70%er, what is a 3%er, and what is a 27%er, and your entire team can tell me what it is, we're going to stay on it. Y'all want something new? Learn the old stuff and master it and teach it, and you'll be okay, all right? When you walk into McDonald's, the French fry is always on the left. And this is why that multi-billion-dollar corporation, this is why McDonald's, the largest real estate holder in the McDonald's, the largest holder of real estate, McDonald's, the most successful restaurant chain of all time, doesn't even have real food. This is why McDonald's can be run entirely by teenagers, because they use a franchise factor. Understand the marketplace you're in. You need to have systemized, duplicatable things. You need this for your team. You don't have to use ours, but you better use somebody's. Okay? I'm just telling you. All right. And when you understand the marketplace that you're in, you understand that 70% of people are going to die broke and that no company and no product can ever save these people. The best you can do is get them on a heavy dose of personal development. Right. And that's why we talk about this all the time. And so you have the 70% of people that are going to die broke no matter what. Then you got, well, Will, what about the 30% of people that are left? That 30% is divided into two categories. You have the 3%ers, and the 3%ers are my talented leaders. The 3%ers are the people who are so talented. They're so special. They're so charismatic. They look good, smell good, feel good. They can recruit people in their sleep. They always make $10,000 a month at least, but boy, they got egos that are as big as their potential. And these 3%ers are going to leave a trail of dead bodies behind them in every network marketing company they ever go to. Why? Because they're not duplicatable. Nothing about them is duplicatable. It would take you 20 years to become as good as them. It would take me 20 years to become as good as them. 3%ers are the people who hit the top ranks of a company within 30, 60, 90 days, and then have the rest of the team and the rest of the 70%, they're going to quit anyway. But the 3%ers have the 27%ers looking around like something must be wrong with me because I'm not getting 50 orders a day. I'm not getting 50 orders a month. Something must be wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. They're 3%ers, and in all likelihood, they're going to quit anyway. Why are they going to quit? Because this is the cycle of a 3%er, and I'm gonna name some very, very well-known 3%ers who have been involved in network marketing. That names you'll know, and no disrespect, no shade to these people. All right, Tony Robbins did network marketing for a hot minute, 3%er, obviously. Bob Proctor, rest in peace, Bob. 3%er, super charismatic, could sponsor 1 million people in a day if he wanted to. Grant Cardone, one of the greatest salespeople of all time. Cars, real estate, doesn't matter. Incredible. You got 3%ers across the board. Les Brown, one of the most incredible motivational speakers of all time. Les Brown, 3%er, but obviously got involved in network marketing. Evander Holyfield, heavyweight champion of the world, beat Mike Tyson. Evander Holyfield was involved in network marketing, 3%er. Danny Glover, incredible actor, 3%er, involved in network marketing. Dan Locke, one of the YouTube superstars, involved in network marketing, 3%er. John Maxwell, super leadership coach, 3% involved in network marketing. All these people failed. They all failed. Every last one of them failed. Why? Because they came into the business. All they got to do is talk and shake a stick. 150,000 people sign up. And then they tell those, when the people ask them, hey, what we need to do? They say, do what I did, talk and shake a stick. So all of their teams went and talked and shook a stick and couldn't sign up nobody. And they quit. And then that 3%er was like, dang, ain't no money in network marketing. Where the millions at? And they never made it. So they quit and went back to their regular work, is what they did. Okay? Why? 3%ers are not duplicatable. They're not duplicatable. So we don't mind 3%ers. I don't care when 3%ers quit our business. I don't mind that. when they leave and stomp around like bulls in the china shop, let them go. Ain't no real duplication there nowhere. The only duplication is what they did personally. They're going to work themselves into the grave. What you need to focus on is having answers to the questions that people need to know. Once I join, here's 2 questions you got to be able to answer for the person. Okay, will I join? How do I make my money back? Okay, better question. Will I just join? What do I do now? And I can tell you what most 3%ers tell people is they use what my mentor would call the go sick 'em training program. They say, make a list of 100, 200 people, go get them. Just go sick them, go get them, go get them. They'll talk about the occasional 3-way call, but they just tell people to go sign a bunch of people up. Ladies and gentlemen, that trash will never work. It's never worked. And all 3%ers are doing are teaching 3% tactics to 3% to 97% of the people, and it doesn't work. And the problem is 3%ers are responsible for 97% of the training in network marketing. So this is why 80% of network marketers are frustrated, confused, and have no idea what they're doing. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying, please. If this concept is making sense, put a 1 in the chat. If you understand that you have to have training, basic systems that are available to 27 and cater to 27% of the people, you will become wildly successful. Wildly will. How come you 5 of the first 6 diamonds at Go to Sign You sponsored? How come over 20 people in HBN are over 6-figure earners that you personally sponsor, mentors, or coach? Will, you are not that good. I agree. I don't have to be that good. What I am is very consistent with what I teach. It's very consistent. When you join, there is a new member orientation. If you don't want to do it, that's on you. When you join, there's a patented process to launch your business. If you don't want to do it, that's on you. There is a certain way in certain books we read, and then we enact what we learn in the books to recruit in retail. If you don't want to do that, that's on you. I personally don't care. I'm going to love you anyway. All right. The last thing I'll tell you in this segment of understanding the marketplace that you're in is that mentorship does not agree until your first disagreement. And I'm going to say that again. It was a hard lesson for me to learn. Mentorship does not even begin. Once you say, I want somebody to train me, I want somebody to be my mentor, and if you're lucky enough for them to tell you, okay, I'll be your mentor. I'll coach you. I'll train you. Okay, I'll train you. What happens after that is you're going to want to do things your own way. You're going to go with probably anywhere from 20 to 80% of what the mentor says, and then you're going to have a disagreement about how to do things. Now, remember, if your mentor is telling you things that are moral, ethically, and legally sound, please don't argue with success, because all it's going to do is slow down your growth, your process. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to get disillusioned. Okay, you're going to get frustrated with lack of results. Then you're going to come back to your mentor anyway. And they're going to tell you 1 or 2 things. Number 1, I'm not working with you no more. You're not coachable. You're wasting my time. And my time is the most valuable resource I have. The other thing they might tell you is you would have been successful already if you would have just did what I told you the first time. Okay. And so mentorship is easy when you're going along with everything they say. But then when you disagree with something right there, that's when your lesson begins. Because if you just agree with everything your mentor said and you knew everything, agreed with everything they did, you'd already be successful. You wouldn't need them. But some of you are so talented and you have so much ego, so much pride, you really feel like you're even close to their level of knowledge and wisdom, but you're not even close to their level of income, which tells me you're not close to their level of wisdom. The money is just a reflection of that. When my mentor was telling me, things years ago, he was telling me things and I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to hear it. I just knew I could do it better. And he was like, okay, look. And he would, and I would hear from him less and less and less and less, less and less and less and less, until guess what? I had made about 120,000 and he made 2.2 million in the same time frame. And I had the top spot in his organization. How on earth? It's because I was proud. I thought I knew more than what I knew. I was older than him, just all kind of mistakes. And I had to literally reach out to him probably 5 or 6 years ago when I joined HBN. I didn't reach out to him to tell him about HBN. I reached out to him to apologize for my pride. I had to apologize to thinking that he had forgot all about, he didn't care. But I had to make that apology for me. And he accepted my apology, and I was very humble, and God blessed me for that. And God ain't stopped blessing me since. He just hadn't done it. I mean, he probably should have. God just ain't done it. You see? People say, but for God, I say that and I really mean it. Okay. So a lot of times you're going to be involved in this industry. You need to be mentored. You need to be mirroring people, and you're not. I'm just telling you that because I don't want you to suffer the same way I did and get less than 10 times the results because of pride. Because you can keep eating them syrup sandwiches and ramen noodles if you want. And your mentors, whoever they are, they ain't gotta be me. I don't even have time to mentor a lot of people. Whoever your mentors are, they gonna have the filet mignon and the truffle caviar with the water crackers and whatnot. I'm telling you. So if you want a better life for you and your family, humility must be balanced with pride. You should be not prideful. You should be proud of yourself, proud of your opportunity, believe in yourself, believe in your experiences in life that made you who you are. You understand? So be proud. Do not be prideful. Okay. Be humble, but don't be humiliated. There's balance in all things. Bible says moderation in all things. Don't let nobody humiliate you, but you can't be too proud. It's a weird balance that you have to learn to operate as a human being. And when we understand that God created us and gave us everything we have, and but for the grace of God and the blood of Jesus, this is my personal opinion, we wouldn't have much of anything. When you understand that, you'll understand how it's so much better to be humble because the good things we have, most times we don't even deserve them, man. I'm gonna just tell you, we just don't deserve it. And if you're being honest with yourself, that's what it is, okay? Let's move on to one more mindset. And we go, yeah, meekness, but not weakness. I love that, CP. Thank you, brother. Okay. So let's talk about one last mindset and we'll wrap it up. And this mindset is probably my favorite one. It's called education is required. It's mindset number 2. I was going to talk about mindset number 19 tonight. I'm going to save that for Tuesday. I'm going to save mindset number 19 for Tuesday, but we're going to talk about number 2 tonight. Education is required. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to write these words down, please. Discipline, specifically self-discipline, equals empowerment. Empowerment plus action equal freedom. So self-discipline equals empowerment. Empowerment plus action equals freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, when I say education is required, the reason why we recommend these books, the reason why we talk about GoPro, the reason why we do these Zooms, the reason why we talk about books like Icebreakers, Your First Year in Network Marketing. We start talking about books like Beach Money. We talk about books like GoPro. We talk about books like The Magic of Thinking Big, The Magic of Believing. The reason why we talk about the One Team, One Dream YouTube channel with all these resources is because if you internalize these resources, you're going to become empowered and you won't need us. I'm going to say it again. If you take your education seriously and you're on a Detox Diva course and you're learning about these products, people are going to believe what you say when you say it because of your confidence, because deep down, you know what you're saying is accurate. Accurate thought, okay? When you take your education seriously and you prioritize your network marketing education in the areas of systems, in the areas of resources, in the areas of new member orientations and launching your business and all these different areas, when you take this stuff seriously and prioritize your education over a dang football game, you're going to become empowered. And once you become empowered, then when you take action, you'll get different results. And ladies and gentlemen, it's the empowered action. It's the action that you take once you put the work in. It's that action that gives you freedom. It's that action that gets you everything on your 20 reasons why list, on your 20 goal sheet. Everything you get everything from self-discipline, which leads to empowerment. Because if you're self-disciplined, you'll learn and then you'll do it and then you'll teach it. And when you do that, that's the action. The action is really learning, doing, and teaching. And when you do that, you teach people how to teach. You're going to become free. Your business is going to duplicate. I kid you not. I can promise you 100% she's not on this call. I can guarantee you that. Not on this call, and she's not going to listen to the recording. I was talking to one of the leaders, young ladies, made a healthy 5 figures in network marketing. She went to the top of previous companies. We're doing a coaching call. And I said, look, let's set up a call. And you're not even on my team. Let me set up a call. I know the volume you're doing. I know the numbers of people you're sponsoring, and the fact that your rank and the money is what it is. It's not sad to me. It's sad to watch because I can tell you have no idea what you're doing. And I said, we should probably set up a call so I can at least help you, because she doesn't know this. She is leaving 5 to 10, I'm gonna say 5. She's leaving $10 to $15,000 a month in HBN or Green Organics income on the table, leaving it on the table because she doesn't know what she's doing. She's just going off 3% talent. And I'm gonna tell you, she is leaving a solid $10 to $15,000 on the table per month. Has no idea what she's doing. I know guys like this too. Guys aren't very coachable either. And I said, we should probably set up a call. I'll just do it as a courtesy. You probably need this. And she said, no, I don't want people telling me what to do. And I said, you got it. You look, say less. Say less. And again, not my team. I could care less. But I know what it means, because I know this compensation plan, the structure, the business. I know with just a little bit of tweaks, she could be one of the all-time greats. But sometimes people plug in, they learn just enough to make that 100 grand. They think they're the hotness, they think they're the business, and then they just disconnect from the source of information. And it's sad to watch. It's hard to watch, but I've seen it so many times. I'm not sad about it no more. I'm just not sad about it. I just kind of observe it now. And you will have to learn how to observe it too. You have to respect the timing in people's lives. Part about education is required, but guess what? It didn't say education is mandatory. It's only required if you want to win. It's only required, I say you want to win. You can win without it, some of y'all. It's only required if you want to fulfill your potential. It's only required if you're a 7-figure earner and you've been at 6, education is required. If you're a 5-figure earner, but you know deep down you should be at 6, possibly 7, education is required. You have to take your education seriously. And if people are not going to take their education seriously with these Zooms and with these resources and with these YouTube channels and with these Facebook Lives and everything, it's going to take you too long to win. Okay? So that's what I would tell you. Now, how do people learn? People learn through 2 ways. We'll close the call with this. People learn through multiple ways, but the main ways, okay, the main ways people learn is emotional impact. Emotional impact. This is why events are so important. Events are important because people learn through emotional impact. This is why, if I were to ask you, it's one of the saddest days in American history, one of the saddest days in world history. I say this every call until you get it in your brain. This is the example you're supposed to use when you're teaching about education is required. Where were you when the Twin Towers fell on 9/11? I promise you, you remember where you were. I can promise you, you did. Why do you know where you were? Because of the emotional impact. How many years ago was that? And you remember exactly where you were because of the emotional impact of that moment. You see, you remember. I remember my dorm room. I remember everything. Okay, significant emotional event. Okay, now if I were to ask you what you ate for lunch exactly 27 days ago, you have no idea, unless it's attached to a significant emotional event like your birthday. You would not know. Yeah, Ron was in VA. Yeah, she know. You understand? So that's one way you can learn through emotional impact. This is why events are so powerful. This is why events are so powerful. The day I met Coach Marcus and shook his hand and gave him a hug, and that became my friend, my life changed. The emotional impact, like, man, it's like my big brother in this industry. We don't always agree, because guess what? Mentorship, well, nowadays we pretty much do. But in the beginning of our mentorship relationship, when he was learning from me and I was learning from Coach Marcus, and I still learn from Coach Marcus, we had our fair share of disagreements because we were mentoring each other in certain different areas. And it doesn't really agree until you have your first disagreement. But we agreed to keep it moving. It's what it is. And it's been the best thing for the company, best thing for thousands of people. So emotional impact matters. It just matters. Okay. But here's a more predictable way to learn, and we'll close the call with this. Repetition is the mother of learning. Emotional impact is the father. Emotional impact is the father of learning, but repetition is the mother of learning. Why? Because what is repeated is remembered, and what is remembered is repeated. Repetition is how you learned how to tie your shoes. Repetition is how you learned how to drive a car. Repetition is how you learned how to change a diaper. Repetition is how you learn how to do almost anything important. Repetition is why medical school students go to medical school for 8 years and then 4 years to work on cadavers with a scalpel, because before you ever do that operation, you have done it on a cadaver hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of times. It's like dentists working on teeth. Repetition is everything in profession. LeBron James has dribbled a basketball probably millions of times. Kyrie Irving has dribbled a basketball more than any other human on earth. Steph Curry has shot the basketball in practice more than any other human living, not named Kobe Bryant. Repetition is everything. It's how actors rehearse their lines. I was in Coach Stu's acting class working on my presentation abilities, which came in handy on a TV episode I just shot last month. Okay, so I'm there. Why? Because Coach Stu is my mentor in areas of public speaking and performance, which is a skill in network marketing. And that came in handy. But what would he tell me when he gave me my assignment? He said, Will, you got to memorize these notes. You better be practicing every single day until our next class. And Coach Stu does not play when it comes to that at all. Repetition is the mother of learning, even for millionaires who are working with other millionaires. We still prize repetition above almost anything. You may be more talented than me. You may have been in network marketing longer than me. A lot of these bozos have been throwing access longer than me, but I will catch you because of repetition. You will practice 30 throws a day, maybe a game a week. I will practice every day until I'm not only better than you, not only till I've won hundreds, if not thousands of matches, until they're doing TV and they call me and I've only been doing this for a year. Why? Because I learned in network marketing that repetition is everything. And if y'all understand that, you will start to go through GoPro every single day, all day. That will be your food. That is what you eat. That is what you drink. You have that earbud in your ear or that speaker playing even as you sleep. Okay? As you drift off to sleep, you would be wise to have something going into your subconscious mind. Bible says that God speaks to man as he sleeps, as men slumbereth, and he seals their instruction. God speaks to man as he sleeps, huh? And then he what? Seals their instruction. You want to lock something in, you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it until you fall asleep. Is it weird? Sure. But that's probably why Paul said, I wish that y'all were all single as I am, because it can be awkward when you in a committed relationship and you trying to get your personal development on. It can be very difficult. Okay? So just understand, when you hear these calls, run them back as many times as you need. When you find some network marketing information or a book, you read it over and over and over again. You have a training call, over and over and over again. You go through your notes from an event, you read them on the voice recorder on your phone, and you play that every single day. Okay, we give you stuff like the streakwhenyouslump.com. We give you Don't Quit. Some of y'all need to listen to that 5-6 times a day until you get back in the game. Okay, what is repeated is remembered. What is remembered is repeated. And faith come by what? Faith come by hearing. This is why in my old age, I've started to, I will always buy the paperback book. Always. I will always buy the paperback book or the hardcover book. But if there's an audio book, or if I feel like reading the book, like some of them on my YouTube channel, I have some books that I've read that you can't get, that I've read out loud to myself and just recorded them on YouTube just so I can listen to them. I can listen to things faster than reading. So in the same time it takes me to read Eric Worre's book, I can listen to it 9 times, 10 times faster, because I can listen to it while driving. I can have it playing while I'm in the shower. I can listen to it all the time when I'm working out. I can listen to GoPro Icebreakers hundreds of times. When if I'm reading it, I can only get it done 7 or 8 times. So I'm personally recommending that you use audios, because you can get the information in your brain faster with more repetition. And hearing was a body process that was developed before written language. People were uttering sounds in evolutionary caveman days. People were uttering sounds in the Garden of Eden. They weren't writing nothing. But hearing language existed already. So hearing things is going to be more valuable for you because it's communicating with a part of your brain that's older. So I highly recommend the audios. Please get the information into you over and over and over again. Your affirmations are nothing but prayers. Say it out loud or to yourself. I don't like affirmations. That's new age. That's woo-woo. No, you don't know the Bible. You simply don't know the Bible. What do you think? Let the weak say I am strong. What do you think that is? That's an affirmation. It's a prayer. So when I say every day in every way, I'm getting better and better, that is a prayer. It's an affirmation. It is a mantra. I will say it over and over again until I'm blue in the face, 45 times a day, 10 years in a row. Try it. It'll change your life. Every day in every way, I'm getting better and better, 45 times a day. It will change your life. Okay? So that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We're wrapping up the call a little bit early. Thank goodness. I kept my word this time. Coach Sonic, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, I don't think we have anything planned tomorrow. We'll probably be doing a couple of Facebook Lives, but we will be knocking out the box on Tuesday night, Wednesday during the day, Thursday night, and Saturday morning. We have an entirely great slate for all of you guys and girls on here. We love you so much. We appreciate you. With Kim and Denise and Coach Marcus and Tina and Donna, I highly, highly recommend that you get on to this information during the week. This is the education I'm talking about when I say education is required. These people are successful. They know what they're doing, and they're trying to shortcut your path to success. Please let them do their job. And all you got to do is tune in and promote it to your teams. Okay. Love you. God bless you. I appreciate y'all so much. All of my prayers. I'll see y'all in Atlanta. God says the same. And I will see y'all in Dallas. And right now we got it. There it is. Tuesday night. On Tuesday night is Secret Success. And then on Thursday, they're doing information on parasites. Ladies and gentlemen, do not miss that. It's special. I've heard that training before. I will be on there again. All right. Y'all have a good night. God bless, and we will see y'all soon. And shout out to Coach Sonic for putting this together.